In this video, we will discuss an overview of assembly and subassemblies. If you'd like to follow along with this video, please open the file assembly and subassembly overview.dwg located in the training folder as discussed in the Working with this Dataset video. So what is an assembly and what are subassemblies? An assembly is a placeholder for your subassemblies, and subassemblies are building blocks for your core order model. Assemblies and subassemblies live in the prospector in the assemblies category. As you expand along the assemblies, you'll notice the subassemblies appear in the prospector tab. To zoom to any of these or edit them, you can simply right-click and choose the appropriate option. Before we delve into the styles and settings of assemblies, subassemblies, and so on, let's talk about what makes up a subassembly. Let's zoom into one of our subassemblies so we can discuss the different components of a subassembly. A subassembly consists of links, points, and shapes. A link is the line that goes from this point to this point there. A point is the little circles that you see here. Point codes are used to create feature lines from the core order model. Lastly, we have shapes, which are the shapes themselves that are used for material volume calculation. So as with everything in Civil 3D, there are styles and settings that tell Civil 3D how to display those different parts of the subassembly. If we navigate to the Settings tab, in the General category, Multi-Purpose Styles, you have something called a Code Set Style. A Code Set Style tells Civil 3D how to display within the subassembly, the core order model, and the section view. Let's go ahead and double-click one of these, and you'll see we have categories for the link, point, and shape codes. If you expand them based upon their name, which we will discuss later on in a future video, you'll see you can define a style for it, a label style if necessary, render materials, and so on. So there are different columns for the different types of codes within a subassembly. There are additional settings and styles for the assembly and subassemblies themselves. If we scroll down, you'll notice there's a category for assembly and subassemblies. Assembly styles are pretty simple. They're just the placeholder, which is the line and the insertion point for the assembly itself. However, the subassembly doesn't contain many styles. The code set style pretty much takes care of all the view definitions in the section, core order, and assembly view. However, there are some command settings that you should be aware of. If we go ahead and double-click Create Subassembly tool, one in particular is under Subassembly Options. It is recommended for the subassembly name prompt to be set to On. That way, as you add subassemblies to assemblies, it'll prompt you for a name, making it easier for you to eventually use them when you have transitions and you need to target a specific subassembly.